Something massive is happening with single Gen X women, and nobody's talking about it. While everyone's obsessed with Millennial and Gen Z trends, an entire generation of women is quietly rewriting the rules. They're in their 40s and 50s. They're single, and they're rejecting the American dream we've been sold for decades. No husband, no kids, no white picket fence, and they're more financially stable than most married couples. This isn't a crisis. This is a revolution in how we define success. Let me show you what's really going on and why it matters for everyone's financial future. First, let's talk about who these women actually are. Gen X women were born between 1965 and 1980, making them roughly 44 to 59 years old right now. They were raised to believe they could have it all: career, marriage, kids, the house in the suburbs. But somewhere along the way, many of them looked at that package deal and said, no thanks. And the numbers are staggering. 25% of Gen X women are currently single and living alone. That's 1 in 4 women choosing or accepting a life path that their parents' generation would have called tragic. But here's what's wild. These women aren't struggling, they're thriving. The traditional American dream was built on a specific formula. Get married, buy a house, have 2.5 kids, work until 65. For decades, that formula promised security, belonging, and financial stability. But Gen X women watched that promise collapse for their boomer parents. They saw their mothers sacrifice careers for families, only to end up divorced and financially dependent. They witnessed the 2008 housing crash destroy the myth that homeownership always builds wealth. They survived corporate layoffs that proved company loyalty meant nothing.
So when it came time to choose, many of them chose differently.
Instead of chasing marriage, they invested in careers that gave them independence. Instead of buying houses they couldn't afford, they rented and built liquid wealth.
Instead of having kids they weren't sure they wanted, they built lives around personal fulfillment.
And the result? Many of them have more financial freedom than their married peers. Let's break down the money reality that nobody wants to admit. The average cost of raising a child to 18 in America is now $310,000. Single Gen X women who chose not to have kids saved that money or invested it. The average wedding in America costs $30,000, and the average divorce costs another $15,000. Women who stayed single avoided both expenses entirely. Homeownership, once the cornerstone of wealth building, now costs 40% of income in most major cities. This is a serious financial crisis.
Many single Gen X women rent strategically, keeping housing costs at 25 to 30% and investing the difference.
Over 20 years, that investment strategy often outperforms homeownership, especially when you factor in maintenance and property taxes. But it's not just about what they didn't spend. It's about what they built instead. These women prioritized education and skills development when their peers were raising toddlers.
They took career risks their married friends couldn't afford to take. They negotiated salaries more aggressively because they had no safety net, and it paid off.
The average single Gen X woman now earns 15% more than her married counterparts in the same field.
Not because she's smarter,
but because she had to be financially independent. There was no other option.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. How they're redefining what success actually means. For the traditional American dream, success was external. The right house, the right family structure, the right image.
Single Gen X women flipped that script entirely.
Success became internal. Freedom, flexibility, authenticity, peace of mind. Instead of measuring success by square footage, they measure it by passport stamps and experiences. Instead of keeping up with the Joneses, they're living in smaller spaces with zero debt and full autonomy. Instead of building wealth to pass down to children, they're building wealth to fund the life they actually want to live. And this shift is causing massive tension in American culture.
Because if women don't need marriage for financial security, what happens to traditional family structures?
If they don't need homeownership for status, what happens to the housing market? If they don't have kids, who's going to support the economy in 30 years?
These are the questions that make people uncomfortable. But they're the wrong questions. The right question is, what does it say about our system that women are opting out in record numbers?
Single Gen X women aren't rejecting success. They're rejecting a definition of success that was designed to extract value from them.
So they created their own dream, and it looks completely different.
Now let's talk about the darker side that nobody mentions. Despite their financial success, single Gen X women face enormous social pressure and judgment. Family members ask when they're going to settle down, as if their current life is unsettled.
When settling down?
No girlfriend? Kids soon? Society labels them selfish for prioritizing career and personal goals over motherhood.
They're excluded from social circles built around couples and children.
And they face very real concerns about aging alone without the traditional family support system. But here's what they're doing about it. Building alternative support networks. Chosen families instead of blood families. Communities built on shared values instead of shared DNA. They're investing in long-term care insurance and retirement communities designed for independent adults. They're planning for their futures with the same strategic thinking they brought to their careers.
Because they know no one's coming to save them. And they're okay with that.
So what can the rest of us learn from single Gen X women?
First, question every should in your financial life. You should buy a house. You should get married. You should have kids. Says who? Second, design your life around what you actually want, not what looks good on Instagram. Third, financial independence isn't just for single people. It's for everyone. Even if you're married with kids, you need a plan that works if circumstances change. Fourth, invest in yourself with the same energy you'd invest in a family. Skills, education, experiences, health. These are assets that can never be taken away. And fifth, redefine success on your own terms before someone else defines it for you.
Single Gen X women didn't wait for permission to live differently. They just did it.
Now here's the big picture that affects everyone, single or not? The American dream as we knew it was built for a very specific economic moment: post-World War II prosperity. Single income could buy a house. Pensions guaranteed retirement. Healthcare was affordable.
That world is gone, and it's never coming back.
Single Gen X women recognized this reality faster than most and adapted accordingly.
They're not rejecting the American dream, they're updating it for economic reality.
And whether you're single, married, Gen X, Millennial, or Gen Z, that lesson applies to you.
The future belongs to people who can adapt, not people who cling to outdated formulas.
So maybe it's time to stop judging single Gen X women and start learning from them. Because they're not redefining the American dream. They're surviving it and thriving in spite of it.